It's Week 8 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on the rookie, Breece Hall. He was terrific a week ago, well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. But I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run with his second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hall again on 2nd down. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to maneuver. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Hall again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. 23 yards the pickup there. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Carter is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Hall again. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brees Hall is 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Now, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by the rookie Brees Hall. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his 2nd season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
I think we'll all remember 2021 as a banner quarterback draft, and we saw 5 taken in the 1st round. It was actually the 5th of those 5, Mac Jones, who was the runner-up in the Rookie of the Year voting with the 5th most yards by a rookie in league history. The Patriots, they have to be dancing in the streets with the idea that this guy is going to be their quarterback for about the next 10 years.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 19 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now Jones. Finding Harris over the middle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris to the 43, second down. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 122 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Wilson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by the rookie Breece Hall. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Holding, proceeding.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this out past the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Harris, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Going deep here for Parker. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Berrios. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far.
we could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run the option left. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Able to slither by. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. A beautiful fake. And a solid run down inside the 30. 147 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they lead the visiting Chicago Bears at the half. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats for New England in that first half. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
They go play action with Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball again on second down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 13 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England's offense set to go. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And here comes Berrios. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Look at the juke. 174 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, this is Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Jones, and that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Wilson. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. A CD there up big with their... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On second and goal, Wilson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios from 4 yards out. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. He can't hit him illegally.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, for the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. Oh, what a move. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And some space here. That burst good for 20 and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball,
just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
they certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second and goal from inside the 5. Carter again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From just shy of midfield, Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point up and good by Folk as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Another run on second down with Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the title as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?